Hello everybody and welcome to this video. It's the continuation in the series on A-Level English Language. Do pick up Mr. Bruff's Guide to A-Level English Language, written by Lindsay Dyer, available for £4.99 at mrbruff.com and amazon.co.uk. So today I'm going to talk to you about topics to study for the exam. Now, each examination board has slightly different names and approaches for the areas of study for the units of the exam, but a quick scan of the specifications from the main ones reveals that the topic areas are all similar and the basic expectations in the exam are pretty much the same. So I'm going to talk through those with you in this video. So what do you need to focus on? Understanding the fundamental structures and functions of writing, speech and conversation. Applying linguistic knowledge and concepts to data. Knowing how language functions in different contexts. Exploring how spoken and written texts reproduce ideas about cultural values and assumptions. Understanding how language is used in everyday use. Being able to investigate language in usage. Demonstrating your skills in writing for different purposes, audiences and genres, responding perceptively to different varieties of English, exploring the importance of social interaction and communication skills, understanding the nature and functions of language acquisition and language development, and exploring the historical and contemporary changes in the English language, being able to explain the cause and impact. Now, whether you opt for the AS and A-Level, or just AS or A-Level, it's useful to study the full range of topics in order to show a wider understanding of English language. So the areas focused on within the various topic areas are as follows. To begin with, we have language and context or variation. You'll be expected to study and demonstrate an understanding of how there's variation in how speakers of any language use their language. The variations can range from major to very slight and involve things such as historical, grammatical, phonological, contextual, gender, age and cultural variations. The next thing you need to think about is language and power. You'll be expected to study and be able to comment on the way power is represented in both spoken and written discourses and how power is shown in spoken interactions. You should explore a range of official documents, media texts, leaflets, speeches, conversations, debates, etc. After this, you need to be thinking about language and gender. You'll be expected to study and be able to comment on how gender is represented in texts, such as fiction, non-fiction, advertising, novels and other media sources. You'll also be expected to explore and understand the impact of gender in spoken interactions. Then language and technology. You'll be expected to study how the mediums of communication, such as television, telephone, radio and computer, shape and impact communication. You'll also need to explore the social practices and conventions of the various forms of communication. Language and occupation. You'll be expected to study and be able to comment on how occupation can impact an individual's language and how different occupations have developed their own language features in order to communicate, instruct, request, confirm and make things happen. Language used in occupational contexts tends to be mostly transactional, so consider exploring forms such as discussion, interviews, briefs, disciplines, etc. And finally, child language acquisition. You'll be expected to study and demonstrate an understanding of how language is acquired. In particular, you'll need to understand how children learn the sound system, how they learn about the importance of social interaction, how they develop an understanding of what you know as the framework of English language, lexis, semantics, grammar, pragmatics, structure, etc., and how they learn to read and write. You'll also need to explore, apply and challenge various theories and concepts about child language acquisition. Actually, I said finally, but there is one more. Language change. You'll be expected to explore both the historical and contemporary changes in the English language. You'll need to focus on understanding the causes and the impact of change, the various different attitudes to the changes and impact of standardization, the social, political, cultural influences on usage and change, as well as the changes in written and spoken style, particularly the changes in lexis, grammar, punctuation, layout, orthography, You're not expected to give masses of historical detail. That's actually detrimental to your analysis. You're expected to have an understanding of what the changes are, why they've happened, and what the impact on the reader is. So as you can see, another pretty tricky topic in this subject. Do check out the ebook though. What that has in it, as well as all this detailed information on the course, is sample answers from students that really demonstrate exactly how you can hit the highest marks in your analysis. Please do give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.